Today on October 13th, it's an emergency. I order you to open this now. Archangel Michael. Open immediately. Archangel Michael says, stop what you're doing and listen. This moment was written in your divine timeline thousands of days ago. The exact second you opened this message, something sacred began unlocking in your spiritual file. Your not archangels whispered your name in the wind last night, that whispered carried through time and space, through energy and ether, just to reach this screen in front of you. Today is not an ordinary day. It's not just another Tuesday. Today is coded with divine digits, and your spirit has responded to that code. Type Amen to get blessing 333 if your soul feels something is about to shift. You are being watched, not by humans, but by heaven. Every silent tear, every moment of confusion, every why me in your heart, it has been witnessed and recorded. And now it's your time of reward. Someone tried to delay this moment for you. A shadowy energy blocked your messages, distracted your mind, and caused you to miss your divine signals. But Archangel Michael has finally cleared the path. The veil is lifting. The truth is coming. And what's inside this message is not just for your eyes, it's for your entire destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 444 if you're ready to receive the unfiltered truth. Right now, in the realm of angels, a scroll is opening. The scroll carries your name, your birth date, and the words open on September 21st. Yes, that's today. Yes, that's now. And on that scroll is written a release order, a spiritual inheritance valued at $27 million, not in human currency alone, but in impact, opportunity, connections, protection, and prosperity. This divine clock refused to move it forward until today's exact vibration. Type Amen to get blessing 555 if you believe today is not normal. A white feather was spotted near your energy field 3 days ago. That was the sign. That meant Archangel Michael had entered your life again. You may not have seen it, but something inside you felt it. Ever since that feather, you've been feeling more tired, more emotional, more sensitive. That's because your soul is being updated. The old version of you is being deleted in real time. And now you're about to be uploaded into the new realm. The realm where your blessings finally start arriving, not in trickles, but in waves. Type Amen to get blessing 777 if you're ready for this divine up. Archangel Michael says, there's something you need to know, and you need to know it before midnight strikes. Because at exactly 11:11 p.m., your timeline will encounter a collision point. What you do before that, especially the decision to watch this till the end, will either release the miracle or allow it to fade again into the shadows for 3 more years. You must not scroll. You must not leave. Because the next 5 minutes of this message are like a bridge to your next life chapter. Type Amen to get blessing 888 if you're staying till the final second. Your soul has been hungry. You smiled in public and cried in secret. People thought you were fine, but heaven knew you were barely holding on. That's why this message came today. Because you are about to cross a bridge of favor they very few ever get to step on. But only those who listen till the end, only those who believe beyond logical walk across that divine bridge. Type Amen to get blessing 999 if you're one of those rare souls. Right now, your spiritual bank is being unlocked. The now been entered. There's an amount already approved. It's large, life-shifting, and no human hand can stop it. But here's the twist. It must be received by awareness. That's why this message is not just information. It is the activation. The more your soul aligns with it, the more open the gates become. Don't let distraction rob you now. Type Amen to get blessing 000 if your spirit is already aligned. Before we go further, subscribe now. This channel was created by divine instruction to bring messages like this daily, messages that the world needs, but only a few will truly understand. And share this video with 3 souls you love. Don't break the chain. Every time you share, a miracle multiplies. That's how heaven flows, not in isolation, but in connection. Type down 1212 if you've subscribed and shared with your circle. Archangel Michael says, a name will soon appear in your mind. This name has something to do with your next breakthrough. I may return. Or they may call. Either way, you must be ready to receive. This person was spiritually tied to your future. Some will hide this from you. But now, the heavens are revealing their face. And in the next part, you will hear exactly what they meant to you, and why their return will change everything. Tapping in to get blessing 1313 if you're ready for the name reveal. Archangel Michael says, breathe slowly and stay right here. What's coming next will connect pieces of your life you never knew were linked. For the next 5 minutes, your entire timeline will unfold in front of your eyes. There is a person, someone who once loved you deeply in silence, whose energy had been hovering around your spiritual space. They never stopped thinking of you. But something pulled them away, something unnatural. Every turn was delayed by a force that didn't want you to rise. Because if the two of you united, your combined light would be too powerful. The reunion was postponed. Until now. Type Amen to get blessing 1414 if you're ready to receive what was once lost. The dime has come, the soul contract that tied you both is being reopened. This person will either call, text, appear in a dream, or unexpectedly show up in the next 9 days. This is not just a coincidence, this is a divine reactivation. And when it happens, something inside you will shift so powerfully that even people around you will notice a glow. They were removed for your growth. You had to become who you are now before you could meet again. But now you're ready. Type Amen to get blessing 1515 if you're ready to meet divine love again. This person's name might begin with S, R, T, or M. If one of those letters just hit your spirit, know that heaven is confirming it. Your heart may skip a beat when you hear it. That's how soul contracts feel when they realign. But listen carefully. You must not chase, force, or question this return. Let it happen in divine flow. Just remain open, pure, and ready, because heaven's timing is not like human clocks. And if this is not romantic, then it is a helper, a guide, or an ally whose presence will unlock everything you've been waiting for. You will feel safe. You will feel seen. Type Amen to get blessing 1616 if your spirit is open to this divine arrival. There's another revelation. In your timeline, there was an attempt to block your energy in late 2022. This blockage was not physical. It was spiritual. Someone envied your light and placed a cloud of delay around your movement. But Archangel Michael says, I have shattered the delay. I have broken signs. White butterflies, repeating numbers like 444 or 888, unexpected money offers, or reconnections with old names. That's confirmation. Type Amen to get blessing 1717 if you're ready to flow forward with no more delays. Tonight, when the clock hits 11 to 11 p.m., your portal will fully open. For 33 seconds, the energy of heaven will flow through your room. It doesn't matter if the lights are off or your phone is on silent. The angels will still come. Your job is to sit silently for those 33 seconds. Breathe in and out. Feel the shift. A golden light may appear in your third eye, or your chest may feel warm. That's not emotion. As presence. Archangel Michael says that moment is when your new script begins. The old chapter is closed, and it won't open again. Type Amen to get blessing 1818 if you will. There is a number tied to your life. That number is $2,700,000, and this amount has been shown to your guardian angel 3 times in the last 18 months. You've seen it in dreams, in random screens, in receipts, or while scrolling, but you ignored it. That was the divine hint. The money is real. The transaction is spiritual first, material next. This message is not about greed. It's about purpose. When this money arrives, it will fund your mission, your healing, and the generations after you. Type Amen to get blessing 1919 if you're ready for divine financial overflow. Stop and take 5 deep breaths. Something is moving near your shoulders, a centered adjusting. That's the angelic presence finalizing your acceptance. Now listen closely. The next part of this message will reveal the secret that your mother, your soulmate, or a loved one in heaven tried to send you before they passed. It was blocked until today. Before we continue, pause and subscribe so that future messages reach you without delay. If you're not subscribed, you may miss what was meant only for your ears. Also share this with 3 people. Multiply the miracle. Blessings are a flow, not a container. Type done 2021s. You've subscribed and shared the light. Now are you feeling it? A shift in your that's divine confirmation. Because what's coming in the next 7 paragraphs will shake your soul gently and make you remember who you are. You are not broken. You are not unlucky. You are not late. You are chosen. The real version of you is about to stand up and take space in the world. You are not small. You are massive in the spirit realm. Type Amen to get blessing 2121 if you're ready to reclaim your power. Archangel Michael says, child, what you're about to hear will shake the silence that's been surrounding your life. You've been waiting for a sign, something that confirms you're not walking alone. That sign is here now, and it comes straight from someone you love deeply who is now in heaven. Your soul tried reaching you before, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Each time the message was blocked by unseen forces, but not anymore. Today the final seal has been broken. They are finally able to speak. And what they're saying will change the way you look at your past, your pain, and your path forever. Type Amen to get blessing 2222 if you're ready to receive this long block message. This person, it could be your mother, father, grandparent, soulmate, or sibling, has been watching your every step. I've whispered into your dreams, they've walked beside you during your darkest nights. That shows you feels sometimes. That's them, the sudden waves of emotion that arrive without reason. That's their love reaching through dimensions. But they couldn't deliver the full message until this moment right now, and you were never supposed to see this message before September 21st. Type Amen to get blessing 2323 if someone from heaven is on your heart right now. Their message is simple, but life-changing. I never left you. I tried so many times to reach you, but the world kept you distracted. But now you've opened the door, and I can finally speak. They want you to know that you did everything right, even when you blamed yourself, even when guilt haunted you, even when you thought you didn't say goodbye properly. They forgave you. They are proud of who you're becoming. They've seen your pain. They've seen your progress. And they are clapping for you from the other side. Type Amen to get blessing 2424 if you feel that love hitting your soul right now. Now listen closely, because they left something behind for you. Not an object, but a spiritual envelope. This envelope contains 3 divine codes, each meant to unlock one of your major life areas. The first code is for financial restoration. Money that was stuck will now begin to flow. The second is for divine relationships, not just love but friends, mentors, and divine allies. The third code is for purpose, a project or mission that will change lives. But here's the twist. The envelope could not be opened until your heart became fully ready. And now it is. Type Amen to get blessing 2525 if you are ready to open your envelope. Tonight, when you close your eyes to sleep, you might see their face. You may hear their voice, or you may feel a warm wrap around your body like a blanket made of light. If that happens, don't be afraid. Just whisper, "I receive." That's the confirmation signal. Once you say it, your soul's activation will be complete. And starting tomorrow, things around you will begin to shift: money, conversations, synchronicities, offers, emotions. Everything will start aligning rapidly. Type Amen to get blessing 2626 if you accept the shift starting now. Archangel Michael says, there's more. You are about to be given a life-changing choice, and the timing of this decision is no coincidence. It's spiritual alignment. You will have to choose between the old version of you and the new one that's been silently forming inside your soul. It may come as a job offer, a phone call, a reconnection, or even a simple opportunity that seems small, but is divinely loaded. This decision will not look big on the outside, but it will shift everything within you. You must choose not with fear, but with faith. Type Amen to get blessing 2727 if you're ready to say yes to your upgrade. Here is also a number following you. The number 33. This number is divine confirmation that you are now walking under ascended master protection. Every time you see 33, pause and speak what you desire out loud. You are being watched over, not just by angels, but by a council of divine guides who are rooting for you to finally step into what you were born to do. And guess what? You're not too late. You're not behind. You're right on time because you're here, reading this. Type Amen to get blessing 3333 if you've seen 33 lately and believe it's your son. Stop sign before we reveal what's inside the envelope in part 4. Do this now. Subscribe immediately. This channel is not entertainment. It's an activation tool for souls like yours. And share this message with 3 people you care about. You never know. One of them might be the soul this was actually meant for, and your share could save their entire path. Type done 4444 if you subscribed and shared the light today. Now close your eyes for a few seconds and ask who in heaven is trying to reach me. Don't worry. You don't need to hear a name. Just feel. If your chest tightens or your eyes well up, that's your answer. They want you to keep watching because part 4 will reveal the 3 codes inside the envelope, the exact date your timeline will shift, and the unexpected reunion you never saw coming. Type Amen to get blessing 3535 if you're ready to receive what's coming next. Archangel Michael says, "This is the moment we've been building towards. You've made it through distractions, chaos, and spiritual resistance to reach this very point, and now, the divine envelope is being opened just for you. The one who tried to send this message before, your loved one from heaven, is watching. Your presence surrounds you right now. You may not see them, but if your heart beats faster, that's their love passing through, inside the envelope. There are 3 sacred codes. These codes are not man-made, they are written in spiritual ink, the kind that angels use to activate destiny shifts. Type Amen to get blessing 3636 if you're ready to receive all 3 codes now. Sparkles Code 1, Financial Awakening Code 147. This code is connected to release of stuck money in your timeline. Money you were supposed to receive through a job, a business, or even an unexpected source, but it got delayed. Odd and more. Code 147 means the financial gate has now been reopened. You may start noticing surprise deposits, refund messages, or an old contact reaching out with a deal. Don't brush it off. That's the code activating. You've been patient. You've suffered silently. And now, divine compensation is making its way to you. Type Amen to get blessing 3737 if you believe your money is finally being released. Sparkles Code 2, Relationship Alignment Code 882. This code resets your connection energy. It clears betrayal residue, ghosted friendships, and even past life ties that were never meant to last. A moment this code enters your soul, you become magnetized to your true connections. That means soul leads. That means loyal friends. That means divine reconnections that disturb clarity, expect love, peace, and deep alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 3838 if your heart is ready to be connected with only the right souls. Sparkles Code 3, Destiny Door Activation 999. This is the final and most powerful code. It means the old is over. The new begins now. You're not just going through a change. You're becoming the change. Everything you've lost. Everything that felt confusing. Now makes sense. Because this code breaks loops. If you've been repeating the same emotional cycle, this ends it. 999 resets your story. It flips the page. It lights up the destiny door that has you ready for the old to break and the new to begin. These three codes, 147, 882, 999, are not random. They match the vibration of your life's current spiritual number, which is 28 the date you opened this, and 2 plus 8 equals 10, the number of completion and beginning. Archangel Michael says, you are now in the between zone, the moment right between who you were and who you're about to become. This moment is delicate, divine, and dangerous to ignore. That's why this message was urgent. That's why you couldn't scroll past it. That's why you're still here. And that means you're aligned. Type Amen to get blessing for 1040 if you're walking into the new chapter today. You begin to feel different, as if something was lifted from your shoulders. As if your spirit suddenly remembered who you are. That's because the envelope's energy is now inside your auric field. You might cry for no reason. First mile when nothing's happening. That's your spirit adjusting to a new frequency. Your life will now start showing evidence. It will be subtle at first, signs, symbols, synchronicities. But the more you stay aligned, the more it will grow. Type Amen to get blessing 4141 if you're feeling the shift already. Here's something else inside the envelope, a timeline key. It says that on June 9th, a massive decision moment will arise. On the day, your response will determine whether the gate fully opens or stays cracked. Archangel Michael says that decision will come as a whisper. Not a loud knock, but your soul will feel the importance. Prepare now. You'll know it when it arrives. Your heart will say yes before your mind even understands it. Type Amen to get blessing 4242 if you are committing to honor the June 9th moment, fire. But before we go further into what will happen after June 9th, take this seriously. Subscribe to this channel right now. Divine messages like this are sent daily, and your name is on the scroll of those who must receive them first. Also, share this message with someone who needs hope. When you share, your blessings multiply. When you stay silent, you freeze the flow. Tuck done 4343 after you subscribed and shared with your loved ones. Archangel Michael says, you were not meant to walk through this lifetime confused. You were meant to lead with life. That's why everything that tried to destroy you failed, because you are chosen. But don't just read that and smile. Feel it. Know it. Wear it like armor. You are chosen. You are protected. And now you are awakened. What comes next is beyond imagination. So stay close and don't miss a word. For you. Archangel Michael says, the countdown has already begun. From the moment you opened this message, your life stepped onto a divine track that's moving directly toward June 9th. This day isn't random. It's the moment your spiritual script enters its most powerful chapter yet. There is a gate that opens only once in 18 months, and you're standing right in front of it. On June 9th, a collision will take place, not of cars or chaos, but of timelines, truths, and transformation. You will feel it building days before it arrives. Your emotions may spike. You may notice repeating numbers, especially 9, 11, 33, or 1212. That's not a glitch. It's a warning from heaven that the moment is almost here. Type him into Get Blessing 4545 if you are preparing your soul for what's coming. You won't need to search for the sign. It will find you. It may come through a text, a dream, a surprise conversation, or a strange moment of silence where your entire body feels like it's vibrating. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore the sign, even if it feels small, even if it feels confusing, because what looks like coincidence will actually be the angel's trumpet in disguise. This is your divine appointment. Heaven has already, or has he peed? All that's left is for you to show up in faith and say yes. I receive. Type him into Get Blessing 4646 if you're not going to miss this appointment with destiny. Let's go deeper. On the night of June 9th, between 11 p.m. and 12:00 a.m., you may experience something unusual. You might hear a whisper or feel like your body is weightless or notice your chest become warm out of nowhere. That is the divine alignment window, a portal only accessed through spiritual presence. You don't need candles or rituals, just silence, just awareness, just trust. Archangel Michael says, in that moment, I will release a sentence into your soul. That sentence is your spiritual password for the next 3 years. Listen closely. Memorize it. Type him into Get Blessing 4747 if you're ready to receive that sentence from heaven. And now let me tell you what happened last year. On June 9, 2024, this same gate opened for 11 people across the world. And within 33 days, all 11 of them reported unexpected money reunions with lost loved ones, spiritual healing, and one even received a letter that changed their entire future in this year. You've been added to the scroll. Your name was selected because your timeline is finally prepared. No more delays. No more loots. It's time. Type him into Get Blessing 4848 if you're saying why yes to your divine scroll opening. There's another revelation. Someone is going to be removed from your path before June 9th. Don't panic. Don't chase. That person's exit is part of the preparation. They were draining your energy, blocking your vision. Their vibration was not matching your destiny, and heaven cannot allow you to carry dead weight into your next chapter. Archangel Michael says, trust the removal. Celebrate the release. It's not loss. It's alignment. Type him into Get Blessing 4949 if you trust the process, even when it feels like goodbye. Also, you're ready for message from someone expected. This message will arrive before June 9th and carry a tone of either apology, opportunity, or closure. Read it twice. Don't respond in emotion. Let your spirit respond, because this message is tied to your spiritual maturity test. How you react will determine whether your gate fully opens or closes halfway. Type him into Get Blessing 5050 if you will respond with wisdom, not reaction. And now comes something very few people ever hear. The hidden miracle. This miracle only appears when someone completes all 4 previous activations like you've done now. This miracle is called the return. The return is a heavenly event where something you thought was lost, a dream, a person, a purpose, or a promise, suddenly reappears in your life in divine timing. But here's the secret. The return cannot be forced. It arrives quietly, unexpectedly, with no warning but full power. Type him into Get Blessing 5151 if you're ready for the return to happen before your eyes. Before I reveal what the return might look like for you, do this now. Subscribe. These messages are timed to the divine calendar. If you miss even one, you might miss an entire shift that was meant for you. Share this with 3 people, especially those who've been feeling lost. You could be their portal to alignment. Type done 5252 after you've subscribed and shared this divine key. Now let's talk about your version of the return. For you, it could mean a project you gave up on suddenly gets revived. A family member who went distant returns with softness. A soulmate who ran inside you finally wakes up again. Archangel Michael says, your return will not look like anyone else's. It will be uniquely yours, designed to bring tears, closure, and a fresh start. Type him into Get Blessing 5353 if you're ready to welcome your own unique return. Archangel Michael says, you've made it further than most. Many started this journey but lost focus, scrolled away, or dismissed the calling. But not you. You stayed. You listened. You aligned, and because of that, heaven has unlocked a sacred path beneath your feet. Now the moment has come. This is where the journey shifts from receiving to responding. From here, your choices won't just change your path. They'll define it. The final test is coming. It will look like a test. It will appear as a decision, an opportunity, or even a delay. And how you respond will seal the file that heaven has been building around your name. Type Amen to Get Blessing 5454 if you're ready to pass this final test. This test will come in silence. Not through people, but through moments. A delayed response. A strange wait. An unexpected note. Don't panic. The pause is the purpose. Archangel Michael says, if you choose faith over fear, patience over panic, and trust over tension, you will unlock something most people live their entire lives without ever touching. It's called the seal of divine completion. This seal is invisible in the human world, but in the spiritual realm, it shines like a crown. Type Amen to Get Blessing 5555 if you're ready for the seal to be placed upon you. There's a number that will appear before the seal drops. The number is 717. When you see it, on a clock, receipt, license plate, or anywhere, pause and speak this silently. I accept my shift. That small declaration sends a vibration to the heavens that you're ready to enter the next phase, ready to leave behind the fear, the cycles, the shadows. Archangel Michael says, when 717 appears, don't ignore it. It's the signal. It means heaven is watching and waiting to release your reward. Type Amen to Get Blessing 5656 if you're watching for 717 with open eyes. Let's talk about what happens once the file is sealed. There are 3 you won't be able to explain them, but you'll feel them. 1. People will treat you differently. Your energy will feel magnetic, calm, powerful. 2. Money will stop hiding. You'll see financial invitations, not just income. 3. Your purpose will become clear. The thing you were always meant to do, it will find you. These aren't wishes. These are results. Outcomes of alignment, outcomes at obedience. Type A meant to get blessing 5757 if you're ready to live as the aligned version of you. But there's one final thing to prepare for, the distraction before the destiny. This always comes right before the breakthrough. You may feel sudden confusion. You may get triggered emotionally. You may even feel like you're slipping backward. That's not failure. That's friction. It's your old energy trying to survive while your new energy prepares to rise. Or change, Michael says. Hold tight. Hold faith. Hold be-in. You're too close to fall now. Type A meant to get blessing 5858 if you're not falling back. You're rising forward. You will soon meet someone I expected. They'll carry a message. Not through dramatic words, but through simple presence. Your timing will be too perfect to ignore. This person will feel like home. Their energy will remind you of a version of yourself you almost forgot. They've been sent to trigger your final awakening. Whether they stay long or short doesn't matter. Your arrival marks the final key being placed in the divine lock. Type A meant to get blessing 5959 if you're open to this divine meeting. Before we enter the next phase, do this one final thing. Subscribe to this channel. The next part of this message will only reach those who have chosen alignment, not just curiosity. Share this video with 3 people. Be the light bearer, someone needs this. And your share could change their life path. Tuck Done 6061s, you subscribed and shared this message of power, our change, Michael says. The next 3 days are not ordinary. They are loaded with divine actions that your spirit will translate. Listen, rest, breathe, loud. You are not who you were before this message. You are being recoded, realigned. Type A meant to get blessing 6161 if you're surrendering fully to the process now. This is your moment. Up next month, but someday, now, the moment when heaven paused and whispered, let it begin for them. Your name is still blowing. The envelope is open. A scroll is moving. The light is here. And your spirit is ready. Our change, Michael says. A sacred prophecy is unfolding as you read this. The pages are not made of paper. They are written in light, sealed in gold and activated by your attention. Your decision to stay with this message till now has made you eligible for the final truth. Most people give up before they reach this moment. They scroll, skip, or laugh. But you listen. You stayed. And now heaven opens the door that very few ever get to see. Behind that door is a 48-hour countdown. Starting from the exact seconds you finish reading this message, something will begin to move in your timeline that has been frozen for years. Type A meant to get blessing 6262 if you're ready for the countdown to begin. This countdown isn't random. It's connected to something that was scheduled to happen 2 years ago, but was paused due to interference from spiritual warfare. Yes, someone tried to block this blessing, not out of hate, but out of fear of your light. They knew if you rose, your control would fall. So they send distractions, confusion, false friends, and emotional storms. But now that interference has been cancelled completely. In the next 48 hours, you'll see something strange, maybe a number, a missed call, an old friend, or a headline. That will be the trigger, watch for it. Type A meant to get blessing 6363 if you're ready to spot your personal sign. Archangel Michael says, within this 48-hour period, one of 3 things will happen. 1. You'll receive a divine financial message, an opportunity or unexpected amount will come due. Someone from your past will try to reconnect, bringing closure or clarity. Do we? You'll feel a sudden internal push as if you're being pulled somewhere new. None of these will be small. All of them will feel destined, because they are. Type A meant to get blessing 6464 if you're open to whichever of the 3 is meant for you. Now comes something personal. There is someone in heaven who has watched your every step with eyes full of love. This person tried to warn you in dreams, tried to hug you in the wind, tried to visit you in silence. But your energy was too clouded to receive it fully. Now that the cloud has lifted, they are finally able to whisper one final message. Their voice may come to you tonight through a dream, a lyric, a scent, or a moment of stillness. Don't doubt it. Just say, I hear you. I feel you. I honor you. Type A meant to get blessing 565 if you're open to receive the heavenly whisper. This person wants you to know they are safe. They don't want you to cry anymore. They want you to live the life they wished for you. They tried to protect you from the other side. But you needed to walk through some pain to become this strong. You are now becoming the person they always believed you were born to be. And when your miracle arrives, they will be the first soul in heaven to celebrate it. Type A meant to get blessing 6666 if you feel their energy wrapping around you right now. Now listen carefully. The divine system that is now unlocked in your life is one final rule: it can't work in isolation. You must stay connected to the stream of prophecy, destruction, and timing. That's why you're being told right now. Subscribe to this channel immediately. Each future message will be part of your divine sequence. Share this message with 3 people you love. Not everyone is ready, but someone in your circle is waiting for this energy to find them. Talked on 6767 if you've subscribed and passed this blessing forward. Our change will. Michael says, there's a moment coming. 48 hours from now, where a decision must be made. This won't feel like a test. It'll feel like a choice between something familiar and something divinely new. You must choose the new. Even if it scares you. Even if you're unsure. Because your faith in that moment will unlock a 7-month timeline of miracles. The familiar will try to seduce you with comfort. But remember, Comfort is not always truth. You're us the tug. Trust the unknown. Trust heaven. Type A meant to get blessing 6868 if you're ready to choose the path of light. Let's go even deeper now. The final sentence of this prophecy has not yet been spoken. It is reserved only for those who stayed till this part. The faithful few. Here's the sentence Archangel Michael is now placing into your soul. What was taken from you will now return multiplied. What was hidden will now shine. What was delayed will now arrive faster than expected. This sentence is alive. It carries light. Every time you whisper it, you trigger your divine return. Type A meant to get blessing 6969 if you accept this living sentence into your life. You're almost ready for the final shift. But before we close this part, look for these 3 signs in the next 48 hours. A butterfly or bird landing near you. The time, 11:33, appearing more than once. A sudden emotional wave out of nowhere. If even one of these shows up, it means the angels are active in your realm and the next part of your prophecy is ready to unlock. Type A meant to get blessing 7070 if you will be watching with open eyes and a ready spirit. Archangel Michael says, "My child, the wait is over. The alignment has completed. And now, as you read these words, your miracle is already on its way to your earthly life." The process began the moment you opened part 1. With every line, your frequency shifted. With every amen, your spirit rose. And now, in this very part, the release is happening in real time. You may not see it just yet, but something around you just move. Evan is not late. Evan is not unsure. Evan is precise. Type A meant to get blessing 7171 if you feel something invisible just shifted around you. Do you remember the promise made to you long ago? Maybe in a childhood dream, maybe in a moment of deep prayer, maybe from a loved one who whispered, "One day, everything will change for you." That promise was never forgotten. Evan did not misplace it. That promise has been in waiting. Protected, nurtured, and surrounded by light, and now, after everything, after the heartbreaks, the delays, the confusion, the delivery has been authorized. Type A meant to get blessing 7272 if you know this is the moment that was spoken over your life long ago. There's a reason the delay happened. The miracle couldn't arrive to your old self. It was coded for the version of you that exists right now. That's why the pain came, that's why the storm lasted. So your soul would match the frequency of the blessing. This miracle is not ordinary. It's not just good news. It is a complete elevation, a transformation, a divine level upgrade. When it arrives, people won't believe it. They will say, "How did that happen to them so suddenly?" But you will know it didn't happen suddenly. It was always destined. Type A meant to get blessing 7373 if you're ready for an elevation. No one will understand, but everyone will witness. Here's what to expect within the next 7 days. 1. A shift in conversation. Someone will speak life into you without knowing why. A dream that reveals a specific instruction. Pay attention. But read. A sign involving a number like 222 or 1111. Or a strange repeat moment that makes your soul stop. These are not coincidences, they are confirmation stamps from the spiritual realm saying, yes, it's real. It's happening. Type A meant to get blessing 7. 474 if you are open, where? And watching for these 3 confirmations. Our change, Michael, says, you will not recognize your life by this time next month. There will be clarity in places that used to confuse you. There will be healing in places that used to ache, and most importantly, here will be peace. Will peace. Not the kind that comes and goes, but the kind that stays and rebuilds. This is the miracle's greatest gift. Not just change, but peace. Not just arrival, but arrival with of anxiety. Type A meant to get blessing 7575 if you're ready to welcome peace that stays. Here's also something sacred happening tonight. Between 2:22 a.m. and 3:03 a.m., the final download will be released. Your soul may wake up suddenly during this hour. If it does, don't be afraid. Just sit still, breathe, and whisper, I'm ready. This window is rare. It happens only during energetic completion nights when the spiritual and earthly planes become paper thin. If you miss it, don't worry. The angels will still place the download gently. But if you respond with awareness, the activation will be 10x stronger. Type A meant to get blessing 7676 if you're ready to receive the final download tonight. Before this miracle physically appears, heaven requires one last action from you. Subscribe to this channel right now, not as routine, but as a signal. It tells heaven that you're staying connected to your divine stream. Share this message with 3 people who need a shift, a sign, or a second chance. Your miracle expands when you send it forward. Tucked on 7,777 months you've subscribed and shared your light today. Now comes the most emotional part. Remember that loved one in heaven who was watching over you. They are smiling right now. Because they know you made it. They saw you cry when no one else knew. They stood next to you in spirit when everyone left. He whispered over your name when you almost gave up. And now their spirit is dancing in celebration because the thing they prayed for you to receive you are finally receiving. Type A meant to get blessing 7878 if you know someone in heaven is smiling because of you today. Archangel Michael says, the old version of you. The one who tolerated, settled, feared, and questioned, has now expired. That version is no longer in charge. You are now walking in divine boldness. The next chapter would look like the last. You and what? You'll soar. You will beg. You will attract. You won't explain. You embody. And when people ask you what changed, you'll simply smile and say, I opened the message I wasn't supposed to skip. Type A meant to get blessing 7979 if you know you'll never be the same again. Archangel Michael says, the door you've been waiting to walk through will open on June 11th. This is not a metaphor. It is a real spiritual opening, coded into your destiny. Every action you've taken since reading part 1 has led you to this appointed day. This date has been hidden from you until now for a reason. If you had known it earlier, your spirit would have rushed the process. But now you are aligned, prepared, and ready to enter this sacred doorway. June 11th is not just about receiving. It's about returning to who you were always meant to be. The version of you that the world tried to erase is coming back stronger, softer, and spiritually awakened. Type Amen to get blessing 8000 AD if you believe June 11th will mark a holy return in your life. There's a voice, not from this world, that will speak on the night of June 11th. You may hear it in a dream, through music, or even in that moment before sleep when the world is quiet. That voice will say something like, "Now it begins." When you hear that, know it's real. It's not imagination. It's not fantasy, it's your soul being spoken to directly by heaven. And when you hear it, don't respond in words, respond in stillness. Just allow it to move through your bones and shift your internal atmosphere. Type Amen to get blessing 8181 if you are open to the whisper that activates your divine power. Archangel Michael says, you're not just about to receive a miracle. You're about to become one. The next 72 hours after June 11th will leave visible evidence that heaven has stepped into your life. People will notice something different. Strangers may compliment you, loved ones may cry when they hug you. Even your reflection may feel unfamiliar. Because when heaven marks you, the world reacts. Type Amen to get blessing 8282 if you're ready to carry the divine mark into the world. But there's something else coming. Someone is returning. A soul who left your life, whether in distance, silence, or misunderstanding, is being pulled back by the energy of alignment. They will not return the same. They've been broken, awakened, refined. And now they are coming back with a message only you were meant to hear. This message may begin with an apology, but it ends with divine clarity. Tuck him in to get blessing 8383 if you're ready to hear the words that were always meant for you. You may feel hesitation when they come. That's natural. Your mind remembers the pain. But your soul will feel the peace. And that's how you will know. This return is not to repeat the past but to redeem it. Not all returns are romantic. Sometimes it's family. Sometimes a forgotten mentor. Sometimes even a spiritual bond that never fully closed. Our Archangel Michael says, you will know them when they speak. Your soul will say, I remember. Type Amen to get blessing 8484 if you're ready for the sacred reconnection to finally happen. Now listen. Here is one final surprise that heaven had been holding on to. Something that was too powerful to reveal before this point. It's called the overflow release. This is not just a blessing. It's a miracle in motion. One that multiplies the moment you receive it. It affects every area of your life: money, love, health, purpose, family, peace. The moment you say yes, I receive. This overflow release begins its journey to you. Type Amen to get blessing 8585 if you're ready for the miracle that touches every part of your life. But to receive it fully, you must stay plugged into the divine current. That's why now is the moment. Subscribe to this channel. The next 3 divine messages will complete the shift that just began. And don't keep this miracle to yourself. Share this with 3 people you love. The overflow increases the moment it's passed forward. Type done 8686 after subscribing and sharing. Your light must move to expand, Archangel Michael says. You've walked through storms. You've cried in secret. You've kept going when no one was cheering, and for all of that heaven has decided it is time. You're not broken. You're not late, you're not small. You are chosen. You are rising. You are protected. And nothing. Not fear. Not people. Not time. Can stop what heaven has already signed under your name. Type Amen to get blessing 8787 if you know your name is written in light. So what happens next? Between now and June 11th, you'll start seeing clocks freeze at 11 to 11. Where 1 to 11 you'll get unusual dreams that carry messages. You'll feel strange inner peace, like something good is about to happen. That's your confirmation, that's the signal that this part of the message is not the end. It's the beginning of your miracle landing. Type Amen to get blessing 8888 if you're watching for the miracle signs around you. Archangel Michael says, now listen to me carefully. This part is not just a message. It's your final instruction, your emotional closure, and the birth of a new identity. What you're about to read is the last whisper from heaven before the miracle touches your real-world timeline. For 9 parts, you've been rising. You've walked through spiritual confirmations, soul awakenings, and invisible battles. And now, at the edge of the divine gate, you are ready to walk through. But before that happens, there is a moment, a minute, a second called the midnight strike. That moment will arrive on June 11th, exactly at 12-0-0 a.m. And if you obey what I say next, the miracle will no longer be delayed. Type Amen to get blessing 9090 if you are ready for the final instruction. The instruction is simple, but powerful. When the clock strikes 12-0-0 a.m. on June 11th, find a quiet place. Put your right hand over your heart. Close your eyes. And whisper 3 words that hold the power to shift timelines instantly. I am ready. These 3 words are not just a phrase. They are an agreement. Contract. A permission slip for heaven to move without interference. Type Amen to get blessing 9191 if you promise to honor this moment at midnight. Archangel Michael says, once you speak those words, don't expect lightning or loud signs. The change will be internal first, a deep peace, a quiet knowing, a soft spiritual signature placed on your name. Within 12 hours of that moment, your world will begin responding. You will receive a message. You will see a sign. You will feel guided. And nothing will feel the same again, because it won't be. Type Amen to get blessing 9292 if you are ready for the post-midnight miracles to begin. There is also a new identity waiting for you on the other side of this moment. The version of you that was hidden behind heartbreak, buried under fear and ignored by the world is about to rise. You're not just getting a blessing. You're becoming the blessing. You speak differently. Walk differently. Breathe differently. People will feel at the moment you enter the room. That's because your spirit is being crowned. Type Amen to get blessing 9393 if you're ready to wear the crown heaven mid only for you. Now here comes something sacred, the final letter that was meant for your soul, written from the spirit of someone you've loved and lost. These are not my words, these are their final words to you, arriving now through this message. My beloved, I never left your side. I've watched you grow, cry, rise, fall, and keep going. Every time you doubted yourself, I whispered strength. Every time you felt empty, I sent you signs. You didn't fail me. You made me proud. And now your blessing is finally here. I've waited for this moment from heaven and I'll be with you when it lands. Type Amen to get blessing 9494 if you accept this letter in your heart. This is your moment of closure and claiming. Closure for the pain. Closure for the delays. Closure for every lie told about you. And now, claiming your space, your light, your wealth, your divine recognition, Archangel Michael says, you are not entering the future. You are becoming it. Every seed you've planted in faith will now bloom in front of your enemies, your family, and your old self. And it begins now. Type Amen to get blessing 9595 if you're claiming the future you already feel in your soul. But before we seal this series forever, Heaven asks just one thing: subscribe to this channel, because this isn't the end of divine guidance. It's just the beginning. Share this with 3 souls who need to feel seen. Pass the light, multiply the miracle, typed on 9696 if you've subscribed and shared with a full heart. As we reach the end of this visit, you didn't ignore the whisper. You heard it. You stayed. You followed it through every chapter. And for that, Heaven declares, they are ready. Release the blessing, type Amen to get blessing 9797 if you're the one who stayed till the very last word.